I like how this game is like got the most cute music ever, and it's like this game's not appropriate for people with depression or anxiety. Right, new game. We'll do chess. Actually, we'll do trans. We'll do trains. We'll do trains. Good old trains. Hey! God. I see an annoying girl running towards me from the distance, waving her arms in the air like she's totally oblivious to any attention she might draw to herself. That girl is Sayori, my neighbour and good friend since we were children. Sayori the goat, for real, for real. Jesus. You know the kind of friend you'd never see yourself making today, but it just kind of works out because you've known each other for so long. We used to walk to school together on days like this, but starting around high school she would oversleep more and more frequently, and I would get tired of waiting up.
Just got back and stuff.
But if she's going to chase after me like this, I almost feel better off running away. However, I just sigh and idle in front of the crosswalk and let Sayo catch up to me. I just imagine this guy's like really bitchy, you know. Hey ya! This is good. Zerka is Cupcake Bay, Sora is Rope Bay, Yuri is Stabby Bay, Monica is the Bay. Nah.
You said it.
I overslept again. But I could you this time. Ugh, maybe, but only because I decided to stop and wait for you. You say like you're like thinking about ignoring me.
1 mil coins is 175.
You say that you're thinking about ignoring me. That's mean, Trains. Ugh, well, if people stare at you for acting weird, then I don't want them to think we're a couple or something. Fine, fine. But you did wait for me after all.
Why's your name Trains?
It's just a meme. I guess you don't have it in you to be mean even if you want to. Ugh, whatever you say, Sayori. We cross the street together and make our way to school. As we draw near, the streets become increasingly speckled with other students making their daily commute. By the way, Trains, have you decided on a club to join yet? A club? I told you already. I'm really not interested in joining any club. Wait, fuck, wrong voice. Ugh, I told you already. I'm really not interested in joining any clubs. I haven't been looking either. That's not true. You told me you joined a club this year. Did I? I'm sure it's possible that I did in one of our many conversations where I dismissively go along with whatever she's going on about. I'm telling you, this guy kind of sucks, for real. Trains sucks. Trains is awful. Sarah likes to worry a little too much about me when I'm perfectly content just getting by on the average while spending my free time on games and anime. Oh, this guy's a fucking dweeb. I was talking about how I'm worried that you won't learn how to socialize with any skills before college. Your happiness is really important to me, you know? And I know you're happy now, but I die at the thought of you becoming a NEET. What's a NEET, by the way? A NEET. Oh. Fuck. You trust me, right? Don't make me keep worrying about you. Alright. I'll look at a few clubs if that makes you happy. No promises though. Will you at least promise me you try a little? Yeah, I guess I'll promise you that. Yay! Why do I let myself get lectured by such a carefree girl? More than that, I'm surprised I even let myself relent her. I guess seeing her worry so much about me makes me want to ease her mind at least a little bit, even if she does exaggerate everything inside of her head. Damn, he's a really bitch human.
I'm going to dip.
Alright.
Let's enjoy Doki Doki Literature Club.
Yeah, it's such a chill game where nothing bad happens.
In a bit.
In a bit. The school day is as ordinary as ever, and it's over before I know it. After I pack up my things, I stare blankly at the wall, looking for an ounce of motivation. Clubs? Oh man. So, wants me to check out some clubs. I guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club. Hello! Sayori. Sayori must have come into classroom while I was spacing out. I look around and realise I'm the only one left in the classroom. I thought I'd catch you coming out of the classroom, but I saw you just sitting here and spacing out, so I came in. Honestly, you're even worse than me sometimes. I'm impressed. You don't need to wait up for me if it's gonna make you late to your in club. Well, I thought you might need some encouragement, so I thought, you know. Know what? Well, that you could come to my club. Ugh, Sayori. Yeah. There's like no way I'm going to your club. Okay. Meanie. Sayori is vice president of the literature club. Not that I was ever aware she had any interest in literature. Classic. In fact, I'm 99% sure she only did it because she thought it'd be fun to help start a new club. Since she was the first one to show interest after the one who proposed a club, she inherited the title Vice President. She said my interest in literature is guaranteed to be even less. Oh, no, that said my interest in literature is guaranteed to be even less. Yeah, I'm going to the anime club. One of my RLs said I'm the guy version of Sayori. What, super bubbly? Maybe. Come on, please. Ugh, why do you care so much, anyway? Well, I kind of told the club yesterday I would bring in a new member. And Natsuki made cupcakes and everything. Hehehe. Ugh, Hammy gives me Natsuki vibes. Damn, poor Hammy. Don't make promises you can't keep, maybe. I don't know. I can't tell if Sayori is really that much of an airhead, or is she so cunning as to have planned all this out. I let out a long sigh. Fine. I'll stop by for a cupcake, okay? Yeah, let's go. I don't know if I'm really capturing the voices too well, but, you know, I'm trying. I'm not a voice actor. And thus, today marks a day I sold myself for a cup. Sold myself? I sold my soul for a cupcake. I dejectedly follow Sayori across the school and upstairs. A section of the school I rarely visit, being generally used for third year classes and activities. Sayori, full of energy, swings open the classroom door. Everyone, the new member is here. Ugh, I told you, don't call me a new member. Ugh. I glance around the room. I'm telling you, that is this guy's voice, 100%. Ugh. I glance around the room. Welcome to the literature club. It's a pleasure. You know what? She's gonna be Northern. Welcome to the literature club. It's a pleasure meeting you. Sayori always says nice things about you. Yeah, that's her voice for no reason. Seriously, you brought a boy? Go. Way to kill the atmosphere. Ah, trains. What a nice surprise. Wait, what? Is that Monica? Ah, trains. What a nice surprise. Welcome to the club. Ugh. All words escape me in this situation. This club is full of incredibly cute. Oh god, this guy. What are you looking at? if you want to say something, say it. Sorry? Sorry? Natsuki. Based. The girl with a sour attitude, whose name is apparently Natsuki, is one I don't recognize. A small figure makes you think she's probably a first year. Fucking loser. She's also the one who made cupcakes, according to Sayori. Ugh, loser. Imagine bacon. Cringe. You can just ignore her when she gets moody. I don't know what these accents are, they're really going off rails. You can just ignore her when she gets moody. Sayori says that quietly into my ear, then turns back towards the other girls. Anyway, this is Natsuki, always full of energy. Hami definitely gives Natsuki vibes. Bro, you put that... And it is Yuri. She's the smartest in the club. No, don't say things like that. Yuri, who appears comparably more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with people like Sayori and Natsuki. Well, it's nice to meet both of you. And it sounds like you already know Monica, is that right? That's right! It's great to see you again, Trains! Why did you make Yuri Scott? I don't know, she just is. Alright, she just is. It's great to see you again, Trains. Monica smiles sweetly. We do know each other well. We rarely talk, but we were in the same class last year. Monica was probably the most popular girl in the class. Smart, beautiful, athletic. Damn. Basically, completely out of my league. So having her smile at me so genuinely feels a little, you know. You too, Monica. Come sit down, Trains. We made a room for you at the table so you can come sit next to me or Monica. I'll get the cupcakes. Hey, I made them. I'll get them. She's Mickey Mouse as well. I don't know. Sorry, I got a little too excited. Then how about I make some tea as well? The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. As Sayori mentioned, it's been widened so that there's one space next to Monica and one space next to Sayori. Natsuki and Yuri walk over to the corner of the room where Natsuki grabs a wrap tray and Yuri opens the closet. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Sayori. Natsuki proudly marches back to the table, tray in hand. Okay, are you ready? Ta-da! Ow! Oh! Natsuki lifts the foil off the tray to reveal a dozen white fluffy cupcakes decorated to look like little cats. The whiskers are drawn with icing and little pieces of chocolate used to make ears. So cute! Wait, no. So cute. Slight difference. I had no idea you were so good at baking, Natsuki. Well, you know. Just hurry, take one. So, Sarah grabs one first, then Monica, then I follow. It's delicious. Sarah talks with a mouthful, and already managed to get icing on her face. Classic Sayori. I turn the cupcake around in my fingers, looking for the best angle to take a bite. Natsuki is quiet. I can't help but notice her sneaking glances in my direction. She waits for me to take a bite. I finally bite down. The icing is sweet and full of flavour. I wonder if she made it herself. This is really good. Thank you, Natsuki. Why are you thanking me? It's not like I... Haven't I heard this somewhere before? Made them for you or anything? Eh? I thought you technically did, Sayori said. Well, maybe. But not for you. No. You, dummy. Right, get it, we get it. I give up on Natsuki's weird logic and dismiss the conversation. Kinda based. Yuri returns to the table carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot next to the cupcake tray. You keep a whole tea set in this classroom? Wait, sorry, that's mean. You keep a whole tea set in this classroom? Don't worry, the teachers gave us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? I guess. Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you. That's not true. Insulted, Yuri looks away. I meant that, you know. I believe you. Well, team reading might not be a pastime for me, but I at least enjoy tea. I'm glad. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. Monica raises an eyebrow and then smiles at me. So what made you consider the literature club? I was like afraid of this question. Something tells me I shouldn't tell Monica that I was practically dragged here by Sayori. Well, I haven't joined any clubs yet, and Sayori seemed really happy here, so... That's okay, don't be embarrassed. We'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? As president of the literature club, it's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone. Monica, I'm surprised. How come you decided to start your own club? You could probably be board member for any of the major clubs. Weren't you a leader of the debate club last year? Well, you know. To be honest, I can't stand all the politics around the major clubs. It feels like nothing but arguing about the budget and publicity and how to prepare for events. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. And if it encourages others to get into literature, then I'm fulfilling that dream. You know, based Monica. Monica really is a great leader. Yuri nods in agreement. Great. Then I'm surprised there aren't more people in the club yet. It must be hard to start a new club. Yeah, if you're shit. You could put it that way. Not many people are very interested in putting out all the effort to start something brand new. Especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention like literature. You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile. But it makes school events like the festival that much more important. I'm confident that we can all really grow this club before we graduate. Right, everyone? Yeah! We'll do our best. You know it! Everyone enthusiastically agrees. Such different girls, all interested in the same goal. Monica must have worked really hard to find these three. Maybe that's why they were all so delighted by the idea of a new member joining, though I still don't really know if I can keep up that level of enthusiasm about literature. Like for real, literature, kinda mid. So trains, what kind of things do you like to read? Considering how little I've read these past 2 years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. Manga? I mutter quietly to myself, half joking. Of course she loves manga. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. It looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet. Not much of a reader, I guess. Well, that can change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri? Well, let's see. Yuri transfers the rim of her teacup with her finger. My favourites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. And telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive. Ugh, Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seems so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her lies lay out that she finds her comfort in the world of books, not people. Yeah, she's a loser. But you know, I like a lot of things. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. Isn't it amazing how a writer can so deliberately take advantage of your lack of imagination to completely throw you through a loop? Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately. Ah, I read a horror book once. I desperately grasped something I can relate to at the minimum level. Classic. At this rate, Yuri might as well be having a conversation with Rog. Really? I wouldn't have expected that, Yuri. For someone as gentle as you. I guess you could say that. But if a story makes me think or takes me to another world, then I really can't put it down. Surreal horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment. Ugh, I hate horror. Oh, why is that? Well, because she was missing me. Why else? It's not Scottish, it's kind of northern. I don't really know what it sounds like, to be honest. Well, I just... Natsuki's eyes dart over to me for a split second. Never mind. That's right. You usually like to write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki? What? What gives you that idea? You left a piece of scrap paper behind last club meeting. It looked like you were working on a poem called Don't Say It Out Loud! And give that back! How are you, Grace? What are you up to? Fine, fine. Your cupcakes, your poems. Everything you do is as cute as you are. Sidles up behind Natsuki and puts her hands on her shoulders. I'm not cute! Natsuki, you write your own poems. What was the idea was given I'm a real boy? What was that idea? Was given I'm a real boy from Shrek. Okay. yeah, it's literally Pinocchio. I'm a real boy! Well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care? I think that's impressive. Why don't you shed them sometime? No. Natsuki averts her eyes. You wouldn't like them. Ah, not a very confident writer yet. I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open up the readers, exposing your vulnerabilities and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart. Do you have writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe if you share some of your work, you can set an example and help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers. I guess it's the same for Yuri. I wanted to read everyone's poems. We all sit in silence for a moment. Okay, I have an idea, everyone. Oh, question marks. Natsuki and Yuri look quizzically at Monica. Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. Then next time we meet, we'll share them with each other. That way, everyone is even. Yeah, let's do it! How many should write a poem? Plus, now that we have a new member, I think it will help us all get a little more comfortable with each other and strengthen the bond of the club. Isn't that right, Trins? Monica smiles warmly at me once again. Hold on, there's like still one problem. What's that? Now we're back to the original topic of me joining the club. I bluntly come forth with what's been on my mind the entire time. I never said I would join this club. Sayori may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decision. I still have other clubs to look at, and, you know, I lose my train of thought. Ha! Train lost their train of thought, that's funny. Grace, help me force Hammy to write a poem. Why are you trying to make Hammy write a poem? That's crazy. All four girls stare at me, back with dejected eyes. But I'm sorry, I thought. Trains. I'm like defenseless against these girls. I'm just weak. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? That is, if writing poems is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls. Right. Okay, I've decided then. I'll join the literature club. One by one, the girls' eyes light up. Crazy. Yes, I'm so happy. Yes. Actually, that's gonna be Sayori's voice. Yes. Yeah. Hey, you really did scare me for a moment. If you really just came for the cupcakes, I would be super pissed. Then that makes it official. Welcome to the literature club. Ugh, thanks, I guess. Okay, everyone. I think with that we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone remember tonight's assignment. Write a poem to bring to the next meeting so we can all share. Monica looks over at me once more. Trends, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself. Ugh, yeah. Can I really impress the class star Monica with my mediocre writing skills? No. I already feel the anxiety welling up inside me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri and Natsuki clean up their food. Hey, Trans, since we're already here, do you want to walk home together? That's right, Sarah and I never walk home together anymore because she's always stayed after school for clubs. Sure, sure, might as well. How the fuck do you loop up light? You kinda don't. Yeah. With that, the two of us depart the classroom, make our way home. I think it's like small loops are like the only real way, but then they can just M1 you. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between the four girls, Sayori, Natsuki, Yuri, and of course Monica. Will I really be happy spending every day after school in a literature club? Perhaps I'll have the chance to grow closer to one of these girls. Grace, if you're around, do you want to jump on some Dead by Daylight? Because I can just save this and get back to it later. Perhaps I'll have the chance to grow closer to one of these girls. Alright. I just need to make most of my circumstances. I'm sure good fortune will find me. I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. Right, let's write this poem. What's shiny? Oh no, not you. Oh, fireflies? There we go. Flower? Yeah, alright. Smile? Yeah. Colour? Yeah, alright. Chair? Yeah. Alright, but bliss? Yeah. I guess sugar? No, wrong person. God. I'll put a cheeky melancholy in there. A cheeky, like, ocean? Yeah. Yeah, I'm about. Alright, yeah, do you want to jump on some Dead by Daylight? Vivid. Oh, okay, wrong one. Sunny. Yeah. Imagination. Candy. Oh god. Extraordinary. Passion. Dazzle. Giggle. Oh god. Desire. Oh god. That's a real mix. I'll join you if you want after this game. Hey again, train. Actually, can I save? Yep. Is that saved? Yep.